How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we've got a new team. We've got a QUAQUAVAL team. If you want to use it, go ahead and use the code in the top right corner, and no problems there. Today we're having a battle versus Duke from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for battles right now. To be honest with you, there's a link in the description. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the teams you see on screen right now, and please like and subscribe for double daily uploads from me. With that being said, let's jump to the game. McMarks, which is of course the I like that, the Sacquazar. So Sacquazar is obviously going to go for a Shed Tail right now. I'm going to go ahead and paralyze it while I can, while it's on the field, because it's obviously a very annoying Pokemon to deal with, and it's really good at setting up for other Pokemon on the team. So we'll go for a Foot Wave real quick, and that's going to be crippling that for a little bit, which is great. So it's going to go for a Taunt, which is absolutely fine. This means now we can go for a Spirit Break if we want to. We are unfortunately not going to be able to get up our screens, but getting the Spirit Break off on this Sacquazar is going to be really important. So let's see what they're going to do. They're going to go for a U-turn, which makes sense. They actually still outspeed us even through the paralysis, which is impressive. So Sacquazar is just a really fast Pokemon, to be honest with you. So I'm not surprised at all, to be honest with you. So in comes Screensaver, which is of course going to be the Jigglypuff. Why wouldn't it be a Jigglypuff? Let's go for the Spirit Break. That's going to do some decent little jab damage to the Scream Tail over there. We can't really do anything to this thing. I know it can't really do anything to the Elon Tusk over here, the Iron Treads. I think Iron Treads basically full on walls this thing. There we go. Going to withdraw our Grimmsnarl, Jeepers over there. And we'll go into Iron Treads, Elon Tusk. I definitely didn't steal this nickname from anyone else. Definitely didn't. It's 100% an original nickname. Not really. I did definitely steal it. So they go for a Reflect. They're actually a dual screens Scream Tail, which makes sense because Scream Tail, the way I run it as well, is using it in the support variant. So I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock real quick, just to get the rocks up on their side of the field. They might do the same if they've got Stealth Rocks on this particular Scream Tail. They're going to go for a Light Screen, makes sense. If you're going to get one screen up, you may as well get the other one up. As we're going to go for the Stealth Rocks now, which is going to be great for damaging the Kilowattrel and the Torkoal on their side of the field. Also for chipping away at the Sacquazar, which likes to U-turn and stuff. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a knockoff, just expecting them to switch out or something, as they actually go for an Encore, which is interesting. So I never thought of putting Encore on there, which is going to force us to go for a Stealth Rock again, which is absolutely appalling. Absolutely appalling. For us. So what I'm going to do now is, I don't have a Defogger, I have a Rapid Spinner and Elon Tusk. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my own Jeepers real quick. They're actually going to withdraw their Scream Tail right now. And what are they going to go into? The Sunset, which is of course going to be the Torkoal, right? Yeah, it's the Torkoal. So that's going to set up Photosynthesis for the Scream Tail and the Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet is a Pokemon I have yet to face, so I am really curious to see what it does. All I know is it's got a really good attack stat, so that's something to look out for, as Jeepers is going to come in right now, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're just going to go ahead and put our screens up, because screens are important for this team, purely for the fact that Elon Tusk is extra bulky with it, and the other Pokemon we've got on there are able to take hits that they wouldn't normally take. There we go, going to get a Light Screen up, and the reason I've gone for Light Screen first is obviously because Torkoal is typically a special attacker. As they're able to get up their own Stealth Rocks on our side of the field, we can spin them away later on down the line though, so that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. We'll go for a Reflect now, and just get our screens up. There we go, nicely done. We do have the Light Clay, so we can definitely not have to worry about that. They go for a Rapid Spin, which is going to clear away the Stealth Rock from their side of the field. However, the damage is already done on the Torkoal, which is always nice, and they probably have a Heat Rock, I would say. So I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave again, just to get the Torkoal paralyzed, because that's basically Grimmsnarl's job, is to just cripple the rest of the team. They're going to go for the Thunder Wave real quick, and let's see what this Torkoal decides to do against us. If I had to guess, I'd go for a Lava Plume right now. It's going to go for an Overheat, which is going to miss, unfortunately, for them, which is absolutely fine for me, though. I'm just thinking what the best play to do right now is. I think going into Dragonite is maybe a good play, if they're going to have Overheat. So they've got Stealth Rock, they've got Rapid Spin, got Overheat. Are they going to have Will-O-Wisp as well? Would that be a thing, Will-O-Wisp? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to go into our Dragonite. I think Dragonite's the best play. The reason I don't want to go into QUAQUAVAL is because it doesn't really appreciate the sun. So they've actually got Body Press as their last move, which is great for us. Absolutely great. So the opposing team's Reflect is going to wear off, which is amazing. We are now in a very good position. We can go for a Dragon Dance if we want to. There we go. They're going to withdraw their Torkoal. They're going to go into what? Screamtail, probably? Voltaire. Voltaire. Nice. That's a cool nickname. The QUAQUAVAL comes in. So we can go for a Dragon Dance real quick. And I just want to apologize as well if I sound really weird. I have got a horrible cold. Honestly, it's come on to me today and I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. So, this thing, I just want to go for an Outrage on. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Terrestrialize and go for an Extreme Speed because I feel like they're going to go into the Jigglypuff. And I don't want to lock myself into Outrage. So getting a nice stab normal Extreme Speed is going to be really nice. There we go. They're going to actually withdraw. They were baiting out the Outrage. And they're probably going to go in Screamtail now. They do go in Screen Saver, which is the Screamtail. So that's absolutely amazing. So for some reason it's flying now. I don't know why it's changed its animation randomly. But hey ho, here we are. That's absolutely fine by me. Maybe it's copying Dragonite. That must be what it is. It's copying Dragonite. So maybe because they look up, don't they? They look at the Pokemon that they're facing against now. So maybe that causes some Pokemon that can fly to fly. So maybe we'll see Charizard flying again. Who knows? So I'm going to go for a nice Terra boosted Extreme Speed right now. +1. Able to nearly take it out, which is amazing. As we're going to go for another Extreme Speed real quick and hopefully take out this Jigglypuff Screamtail looking ass. So we'll go for an Extreme Speed real quick. There we go. Nice and taken out. So Dragonite is looking really good right now. Terra Normal Dragonite is a very powerful Pokemon that I've been playing with for a little while now on Showdown. It does really well. Really, really well. So they're going to bring in Phaeton, which is of course going to be the Primate evolution, Annihilate. This thing is going to want to go for a bulk up and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Cognito. Luckily, switching out doesn't make your Terraform go away, so we've always got Dragonite later for, you know, whatever we want to go for. They're more than likely going to go for a close combat because we're a normal type as well, and since we just took out our Screamtail, they might be a bit flustered, so we might be able to get them with a nice Spore as well. There we go, going to withdraw our Dragonite real quick. We're going to go into our Cognito, the Amoonguss. And this is more than likely going to bait out the Brute Bonnet, to be honest with you. So they're actually going to Terrestrialize themselves. What are they going to go for, though? What are they really going to go for against an Amoonguss? Obviously, they didn't realize Amoonguss was coming in, but they are actually a Terra Normal as well, which is pretty hype. So pretty hype. Terra Normal Annihilate right there. It goes for a close combat. That's obviously not going to do too much damage to us because we are a Amoonguss and we bulky as hell. This thing, though, I'm wondering what to go for against it. I'm thinking if we expect Brute Bonnet to come in, we go for a Sludge Bomb right now. So our team's Light Screen's going to wear off, which is a real shame, but we still got Reflect for one more turn, and we still got Grimmsnarl in the back. So let's go for a Sludge Bomb real quick and just get some damage off. They go for a U-turn, which is interesting. I've not seen U-turn on it. I usually see Bulk Up with Drain Punch and Rage Fist, and then Rest with Chesterberry. But obviously there's a different set going on at the moment. In comes Sunset, the Torkoal. So Torkoal's coming in. Which is absolutely fine. It's going to get the nice and powerful Drought up, and we're going to go for a Sludge Bomb and hopefully do a decent chunk of damage to it. We do a nice little chunk of damage to it, which is always great. So Overheat is going to hurt like a truck, so we definitely can't stay in for that. What I'm thinking is we go into QUAQUAVAL. What don't I need on this team? I really don't need Magnezone, do I? I don't need Magnezone for anything. I can't see anything on their team that Magnezone is going to be useful for. So we'll go into Magnezone real quick. On the Torkoal. There we go. Authority comes in, holding his Air Balloon, which is going to pop in a second because he's going to get annihilated by Overheat. As the Torkoal does in fact go ahead and switch out. What are they going to switch into though? That's the real question. Skid Marks. That's the nice and powerful Cyclizar over there. So I'm going to go for a Flash Cannon, expecting this thing to stay in and go for a U-turn or a Shed Tail. There we go for a Flash Cannon. We do outspeed, of course. It's going to take it over half, so they can't go for the Shed Tail, as they're able to knock off our Air Balloon, which is a real shame. So we do outspeed, though, so I'm expecting them to switch out right now and go into something like the Brute Bonnet, potentially. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. They are going to withdraw, of course. Are they going to go into the QUAQUAVAL with the Volt Absorb? That'd be Pete if it did that. But no, they go into Phaeton, which is, of course, the Annihilate. That thing's scary. We're going to go for a Volt Switch. We have just boosted this Rage Fist a bit, and that's bulky, that is. Wow, that took it really well. That took it annoyingly well. So I want to go into Aquabird right now. I think Aquabird is the right play to do. I don't think this thing's scarfed by any means, because we know it's not scarfed. So I should outspeed here and go for a close combat, right? So let's see if QUAQUAVAL can do some work here. They are going to withdraw the Primate, Annihilate, and what are they going to go into though? Voltaire? Voltaire makes sense, it's flying type and everything like that. We go for the close combat. It should do a decent chunk of damage to it still, as it does loads of damage. Wow, that's a respectable amount of damage to say the least. So QUAQUAVAL is obviously in here. It's a very fast bird Pokemon. We don't want to get hit by a flying or electric type moves. I'm going to go straight into my Magnezone. Although in hindsight, maybe I should have gone into Iron Treads there, because Iron Treads obviously is immune to electric and resists Hurricane. This thing doesn't get Heat Wave either, which is pretty crazy to think about. So we're going to get QUAQUAVAL out of there. And we're going to go into Magnezone. Magnezone again, I'm not really bothered about Magnezone. It's not doing much for my team, so I'm kind of hoping to get the KO here. But they're actually going to go ahead and do the Volt switch, which is fair enough. Gives them a free switch into Annihilate again, which is a shame. Annihilate does outspeed Magnezone as well, unless it's a bulky set, which I'm guessing it is. But they're going to go into Phaeton again, which is of course going to be the Annihilate. What's the nickname for Phaeton? What does that mean? I'm curious. So I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt just on the off chance that we outspeed because it's bulky. We do outspeed because it's bulky, so they can go for a Thunderbolt real quick, which does a considerable amount of damage to it. And it's able to go for an EQ and take us out, so that's absolutely fine. I don't mind them taking us out. But now they have used up their QUAQUAVAL switching, so I am looking at this situation, I'm thinking, oh, we're looking good right now. We're looking good right now. We're looking real good right now. So what I'm going to do is, the sun's still up, so I'm not going to bother going for an Aqua Step. I'm going to go straight for another close combat. And I'm just going to hopefully take this out. So QUAQUAVAL coming through with the KO on something right now. They can't bring in Brute Bonnet, they can't bring in Torkoal. They are going to bring in the Torkoal anyway, which is interesting. So let's see if close combat KOs this thing. It is going to get the KO, which is amazing. So Torkoal's going to go down right now, and for some reason, like, the Pokemon on the other side of the field have really low poly models when they're further away like that. I know what it's called, it's like LOD or something like that, but it's bizarre that it would do that in a battle like this. Like, really? Because the trainers in the background, they're not doing it, but the Pokemon are. I think that's something they'll probably fix in a patch. So Voltaire comes in, this thing obviously walls the crap out of us right now. We're going to go into Iron Treads. And the reason I'm going to Iron Treads is purely for the fact that I want to get rid of these Stealth Rocks for a start. But also because it walls QUAQUAVAL like there's no tomorrow. So we're going to switch out real quick. We're going to Iron Treads real quick like. And hopefully we can pull a W here. So they're going to go ahead and what move are they going to go for? Air Slash. They obviously expected the switch out there, which makes sense. It's not going to do much damage to us, as now we can go for a Rapid Spin and get rid of these Stealth Rocks off our side of the field, because they are very annoying, to be honest with you. They are going to withdraw Voltaire. And what are they going to go into? They're going to go into Skid Marks, which is of course the Cyclizar. And after it's got some health back thanks to its Regenerator, we're going to go for a Rapid Spin, get rid of those pesky Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, but I'm going to go my own Stealth Rocks. We should outspeed as well because of Rapid Spin speed boost. There we go, going to withdraw, and they're going to go into what? Are they going to go into the Primate? Curtain Call, I haven't seen that yet. Brute Bonnet though, isn't it? I haven't battled one of these yet, so I'm a bit curious as to what they're going to be doing, so going to get the Stealth Rocks up, which is going to be great. I'm pretty sure they only get Grass Dark Stab and that's it. It might get Sludge Bomb and that's about it, I think. So with that in mind, let's go into our Jeepers real quick. There we go, going to withdraw our Elon Tusk, the Iron Treads. And we're going to go into our Grimmsnarl real quick. Grimmsnarl is obviously a great matchup, but they're probably going to go for a Spore. It gets close combat! Are you kidding me right now? That thing gets close combat! Does it actually? Wow, that's awesome. I had no idea. Mine doesn't have close combat. But then again, I think when I made it, I didn't have the close combat TM yet, so that's probably why. But speaking of close combat, we're just going to go into our QUAQUAVAL, Aquabird over here. And we're going to go straight for a close combat. I see absolutely no reason not to. They are going to go for a Sucker Punch, which is going to do a lot of damage to us, but we're going to be able to go for a close combat and destroy this Brute Bonnet nice and easily. So Down goes Curtain Call. That's a cool nickname, by the way, Curtain Call. And unfortunately, we are at the end of the timer. We've only got 40 seconds left, so hopefully my opponent makes some quick plays here and we're able to get a few more turns in. But once again, the 20-minute timer turning out to be a bit of a pain in the bum. So that is unfortunately. Hashtag bring back the timer. So Voltaire comes in, and of course we have a perfect switch here in our Iron Treads. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, making sure we win this game because we're currently 4 for 3. So I want to definitely win this by no means. So we'll go into Elon Tusk real quick, and that's it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the battle ends. So they go for an air slash real quick, which is of course not going to be able to finish us off, as we're going to go for a knockoff and finish them off. So Kilowatt will go down, and that's a nice 4-2 victory for us. So the timer was unfortunate. I think we won that one though, to be honest with you. So let me know in the comments, give me some theory mons. Do we think that the Annihilator will be able to pull something back there? But I don't think it would have, to be honest with you. We outspeed it with QUAQUAVAL. Wait, is it actually letting me carry on? What? Okay, let's go for an earthquake. Timer's run out, the battle is over. There we go. Oh, so that was weird, it was letting us carry on for some reason. So anyway, thank you very much, Duke, for the battle. It was a pretty fun game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff for double daily uploads. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.